Welcome, 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 and thank you so much for joining to this session. This is the second of the Leap webinar series, and we are super excited to have you. I am very much excited to be in this room with you. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in today. I am very excited to be here with you. So, whether you're watching this right now or you are going to be going through the replay of this session, I want you to know that today is Valentine and everyone is so happy and excited, loving up on each other. But we have all, probably not all, but a number of people are yet to understand the power of loving up on themselves. And one of the things that comes with loving up on yourself is the fact that you are going to know, acknowledge, accept, and act in ways that puts you at the center of everything called the journey of your life. In your relationships, in your work, in your home, in yourself, there is that thing that lets you know, that keeps you going because you know that you are the main character of this conversation. And so today, I am taking you through what it means for you to be the main character of this journey. We are not going to take 45 minutes in, let's say, 30 minutes. We are done with this, right? So, first is this. I want you to know that when a person is called the main character, when a person shows up as the main character in their story, on their journey, it's not just a trendy thing. It's not just because they want to feel like a part of something. It is many times because they know that they have that mindset. And so you want to understand that being the main character of your life, of your journey, is not because you want to follow trend. It is because you are growing that mindset that you are the most important piece of the puzzle of your own life. Of every single thing that happens to you day in, day out, you are the main character of the story. But how do you do that? You have to understand three key things. This is called the main character triangle. It is the triangle that actually determines how it works. And the first part of this triangle is at the top of it. You know, when you have a triangle, it goes like this. So this top is what you call your purpose. I know you're like, I am tired of hearing this thing called purpose, but the truth is that you do not have any choice than to live your life with purpose. And because, probably because of the way we use the word, it feels like something big, something extra, something extreme. No, purpose is very simple. It's a reason. It's a reason for acting in a certain way. It's a reason for showing up in a certain form. It's a reason for deciding to even get out of bed in the morning. So when someone tells you live with purpose, do things with purpose, it's not so much of a big deal. It's mostly because you need to have a reason for everything that you are doing. What's the purpose of taking this food? What's the purpose of eating this food? What's the purpose of that you get to do at all, what exactly is the purpose? What exactly is the reason? Probably when you stop using the word purpose, it might feel like a thing that you can handle day in, day out. Start to use the word reason. What is my reason for doing this? What is my reason for wearing this? What is my reason for speaking like this? What is my reason? When you start to ask yourself about reasons for everything, it gets easier for you to know where to go, how to show up, and what matters most to you. So now let's start with your purpose when it comes to being the main character of your life. The first thing is know yourself. I pen down a number of things for you here. And the first thing on my list is know yourself. Know yourself. One thing that you want to understand about knowing yourself is that when you know yourself, it gets easier for you to build that mindset that makes you the main character. It gets easier for you to take those actions that makes you the main character. It gets easier for you to see life in the ways that main characters of every story see life, or the life that they are living in their current reality. And so you want to know yourself. One of the ways to know yourself is to know your personality types, is to know your strength and your weakness, is to know what opportunities you have based on the things that you call your strength and your weaknesses, is to know, your threats based on these things that you've called your strengths and your weaknesses. It is to know the places that you need clarity on. It is to know the kind of people that you'll find yourself enjoying their company. It is to know the kind of things that you find yourself excited and drawn to, right? So when you know yourself, it creates a reason for your existence every single day. The fact that you're existing in this day at this time, it creates a reason for that. Another thing is that it creates meaning for everything that you do. When you know yourself, it creates meaning for everything that you do. It creates a direction for every step that you take. And it creates an impact around everything that you find yourself doing. So it is very, very important, extremely important, extremely important, very, very important that you know yourself. Now, when we talk about knowing yourself, you need to ask questions. Like I said, you know your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, your threats. But ask yourself the simplest and the simpler questions. First, what exactly are those things that you find yourself very excited about? What are you very excited about? Either very or not very. What are you excited about? It is very important to know what you're excited about. It is very important to know what problems you care about. I know of people that care about the girl child. I know of people that care about the boy child. I know of people that care about character. I know of people that care about politics. What exactly is that problem that you care about? It doesn't have to be something so big. It does not have to be something very big. It just has to be something that you care about. And while you are doing that, you also want to know what kind of legacy do you want to leave? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? This is very, very important because when you know the kind of legacy that you want to leave, it gets easier for you to know the direction that you're going, the path that you want to take, the meaning that you want to have. Sometimes legacy is also not about all of the big things that people do today. You know, it could also be the little things. It could be amongst a very small set of people. It doesn't have to be the whole world. It just could be one person. And this one person can ripple that effect to billions of people and even the whole world. And so you want to understand that trying to stress yourself about your legacy being for everyone, everywhere, being for the world is actually very stressful. There's no need to go through that at all. Don't put yourself through that. Start with one person. Start with a very small number of people And then you can now scale that. And sometimes you don't even need to be the one to scale it. Those that you have been able to touch can actually be the ones scaling that legacy for you, right? And so you want to put that into your consciousness. And then another thing is, what are the principles that guides the decisions that you make? What are the principles that guides the decisions that you make? Your principles are your values. They are those things that they determine what goes on with your life. They are those things that they make you start to think if this thing is actually in line with what I believe in. Principles are like your belief. They are something that sits deep within you. And we call them values in the general terms, but you want to know that principles do not change. Their application can, but principles never change. So if you say that the principle that guides your life is integrity, every single thing that you do, every single place that you work, every single action that you take, it actually hinges on integrity. So when anyone brings anything to you that does not at any point bring you to that point of fulfilling that integrity part of things, you know that you don't want to be here. It just doesn't sit well in your soul. You're just disturbed one way or the other. That exactly is the point. You know that you are not fulfilling that principle that you say that you have said you live your life by. So, one important thing is to know what principles you actually want to live your life by. And saying that, we have a very short guide that we are going to share with you for free. It lists 219 principles that you can actually live your life by. And we call them values, right? So 219 values that you can live your life by. You can pick them, research about them. What does it mean to live my life with the value of integrity? What does it mean to live by the value of honesty? What does it mean to live by the principle of growth? What does it mean to live by the principle of leadership? What does it mean to live by the principle of punctuality? You know, all of these things are very, very important because they guide your journey. They guide your journey. And so we're going to drop the link to that in the comment, and you can get that as soon as you can to you can get that as soon as you can. It's free, and all you need to do is to go through what we have to give to you in there. Right? We're going to drop that in the chat room as we go. Uh, in the I said chat room in the comment section. In the comment section. So now, when you are done with understanding, the principles that you live life by, you need to you need to find and follow the clues in your life. So when we say finding and following your clues, what are those things that you know to be your strength? What do you know that at any point in time, call me and I am going to be there. I can do this even in my sleep. Those are your strengths. Those are your strengths. And then you also want to think of, your past experiences. What are those things that you've experienced in the past? It could actually lead to the problem that you really care about. It could lead to the kind of legacy you want to leave. It could lead to, the things that excite you. It could lead to the principles that you actually want to live life by, or that actually guides your life. So look into what you know to be your strength. Look into what you know to be, you know, your past experiences. Look into what people actually know you for, or what they call you for. Either they know you for it or not, but there's some sort of people, or there are people in your life that they just know you for this particular thing, and they are always, when there is that thing, they always look for you. For me, many times it's leadership, it's designing a program, it's executing a project. Yours could be anything. But look for those things, or look for that thing that people are, always, always, always out there looking for you for, so that you can start to build on that And that could be, the legacy you want to leave. That could be the principle that you want to live your life by. That could be what excites you. That could translate into, the problems that you want to actually solve in the world. It is very important. Now, it could also be something you do effortlessly. Effortlessly. That's also very important, because there's some things that when you do them effortlessly, you start to see them as normal. But the truth is, they're not. They are not normal at all. They are not normal. There are things that some people struggle with. And because they struggle with it, you can be their savior. Everyone needs a savior, and you can be people's savior in that regard. Okay, now, I want you to take this away, and I want you to probably put this somewhere that you can see it every single time. Living life as a main character is beyond, just making moves. You don't make random moves. You don't make random moves. You actually make intentional moves. So, living your life as the main character of your story means that you take intentional steps, you make intentional moves, and not random ones. It is very, very important. Now, we are going to the next part of this, and that is growing your power. It is very important that you note that you need to grow your ability to lead and influence decisions. It is very important. It is very important. Like I said, there are only three parts to this, and the first one is your purpose, the second one is your power, and the third one is your profit. If we are to switch it up, if we are to switch it up, we are saying that you need to not only have a direction, you need to be able to influence decisions and lead in that direction, and also grow and own wealth and your worth in that direction. But let's go through the leading and influencing part of the conversation. First, you want to know that you need to own your voice, your decisions, and your presence. You can't come into a place and you are not in that frame of mind. You're not in that space, if that's what I'm going to call it. It is very, very important. It is very, very, very important. Note it and note it at every point in time that you need to be able to own your voice, you need to own your decisions, and you need to own your presence. And that means that the way you show up is very, very important, extremely crucial. If you know that you want to do anything like the main character, you need to know that when you make a decision or when you take an action, you own it. Either it goes right or goes wrong. You own it. I did this. Okay, yes, great, nice. And whatever it is that you say, your words should be your bound. And that's how to lead and also influence. And so, from some of the things I actually penned down when I was thinking about this, is that power is not about control. I dropped a video today on my personal channel and my personal pages that leadership is not about control or authority, it is about responsibility. And so that is the same thing here. It is not about the control, it is always about the responsibility. What are you responsible for? It is very important. It is very important. What exactly are you responsible for? What exactly are you responsible for? Because this is that place where responsibility speaks a lot in what you are able to influence. It speaks a lot in the actions that you take. It speaks a lot in the decisions that you make, right? And so you want to know that you have the power to shape your world. You have the power to shape your world. Unapologetically, you have the power to shape your world. And while you're shaping your world, you can also inspire others on that journey. So I want you to understand that when it comes to power, it's not just about you controlling things, but it is about how you do the work of shaping your own world and then inspiring others on that journey. So When we talk about, power, you can cultivate it in various ways. And I penned down just three things here. First, you need to master leadership. And in mastering leadership, you must be disciplined. You can't wait for motivation if you are trying to cultivate power. You can't wait for motivation. It's not going to serve you. What you need is discipline. It is when you can do what you need to do, even when you do not feel like it, even when it doesn't sound like the best option, even when you're not sure if that's where you want to be. If that's what you want to be doing, you might want to be watching a movie, reading a book or something, but you very much know that that is not what needs to be done. So on my to-do list today, I have some assignments to complete for my school, but I really, really feel like actually sleeping throughout today. I feel very cranky. I feel in all manners of ways, right? But I have still decided to get things done. And the only thing on my list today that I'm here to do is to complete the written part of my assignment. I've done everything technical about the assignment. I've only not done the written part of the assignment. I don't say I'm done with the written part of the assignment. Now I can spend the night the way I want to spend it. But imagine all day knowing fully well that I needed to do an assignment and I did not do it. And I have been sleeping because I feel like sleeping. Discipline is me actually standing up, sitting up with my laptop all day and trying to get the technical part of the assignment done. That exactly is discipline because I don't feel like it. It's a thing that you need to understand that there are days where you do not feel like it. It's okay to rest. However, do not get lost in that rest because when you get lost in it, you're already showing the signs of indiscipline, right? And so, first, you need to master self leadership, and that is being disciplined. That is, making tough but profitable choices. The fact that I finished the technical part of my assignment, it's made it very easy for me to actually start to learn some other things that I need to know about in the program that I am taking. It also made it easy that I have already earned another badge from my program. It made it easy that I was able to ask some questions in class and all of that. It's not something that is easy. However, are they the profitable choices for you? That's what you want to actually know. Is this choice the profitable one for me? The sleeping all day and doing nothing, or actually standing up and getting the work done? You make a choice. You make a choice, and in that choice you are going to see the result and know that now tomorrow, even if I have the energy to do all the work tomorrow, I don't have to focus on that assignment anymore because the deadline is actually on Sunday. But I don't have to focus on that assignment tomorrow. I can actually spend my time doing other things aside my assignment, right? So you see that you have to understand what exactly is the profitable choice for you. Self-discipline, knowing your profitable choices, and then standing by them. Don't blame anybody. Don't shift blames. Stand by the choices that you have made. Either they feel good or not. Either they feel, great or not. Or even either they end up great or not. It is very important to stand by your choices, right? And then the second thing is to communicate with purpose. I want you to understand that the ability to communicate your decision, your reasons, your decisions, and your direction is very, very important. The ability to communicate your reason, your direction, and your decision is very, very important because it makes it easy. Make it easy for people to honor, for people to trust, and for people to follow you. It makes it easy for people to honor, for people to trust, and for people to follow you. It is very important. So when you're able to do that, it makes it very easy for you to gather a group of people. Either you gather them physically or online or somewhere, but just a group of people, either you know it or not, that actually gets inspired by you. And this is very important. So, when you are building your power, when you are growing in power, you need to learn to communicate. If writing is something you feel cool with, learn to write, with how do I say it? Learn to write well. learn to do it very, very, very well. If speaking is what you want to know, what you want to do, learn to do it well. Speak clearly. Speak clearly. Speak with authority. Speak with an understanding of where you're going, the meaning of what you're saying, the direction that you want that thing to go, because it helps you build honor, trust, and an inspiration for those that are around you. And then finally, you want to be very, very strategic with your relationships, because we remember that your network is your net worth, whether you like it or not. Your net worth is always your network. And so you need to align with people that elevate you. But you cannot do that if you are not, being a self-leader. You cannot do that if you're not communicating with purpose. You cannot do that if you're not being strategic. So it is very important that you see beyond now. You see beyond this minute. You see beyond this session. You see beyond this time. You see everybody around you as people that you can grow, move, and do more out of life together. You see everybody around you as people that you can lead together. You see everybody around you as people that one thing or the other that you do, that you're doing, can actually influence their growth, or what they are doing can influence your growth, or you guys can actually collaborate. There is no competition anymore in the world. Oh, there might be for some people, but there should be no competition in your own mentality as the main character. What is available with what should be available for you as the main character is collaboration. Consistently build a kind of relationship that promotes collaboration. It is very important, because when you do that, it gets easier to open more doors. It gets easier to get more things done. It gets easier to show up in ways that is, very strategic, and can do more in growing your profit, and also in, putting speed to actually achieving your purpose. So it is very, very important. Now, as a powerful person, you are going to, find it easy to take responsibility. The moment you start to note that you're already growing your power, what happens is that you find it very easy to, take responsibility. You don't shy away from what has gone wrong, or try to only take credit for what has gone right. You are very in tune with taking responsibility and being accountable. Another thing is that you are very adaptable, because you can navigate through anything. It might not be so easy, but you do it and you get it done. And so when changes happen, you actually find it easy to actually move through it. You actually find it easy to actually find ideas through it, find opportunities through it, right? And finally, you act in ways that lay credence to the line that leadership is all about action, not just the title. And your actions, your activities, your decisions, all that you do shows that you are a leader, not just because you have that title, even if you don't, but it shows in your action, and people want to follow you, even if you don't have the title. So put that at the back of your mind, and then we can now get right into something very important, that living as the main character of your journey, and growing your power is very key. And it happens, and you start to see it when you walk into rooms and people can feel your presence even before you say a word. Even before you start to say anything, people are already drawn and connected to you. They are drawn to you. Your aura speaks, come to me. I have a solution for you. Come to me. I have something to offer. Come to me. We can collaborate. Come to me. Even your body language, the way you are dressed, everything just speaks. This is somebody I want to have in my circle, and people want to connect with you. So your presence starts to attract people even before the words of your mouth, when you have started to grow your power. And then finally, we are going to be talking about the final thing, which is, building for profit. No matter what you do with your purpose, no matter what you do with your power, please build for profit. It is very important. Build for profit. And I want you to also put that in mind, that profit is not just about money. Nah, it's not just about money. It's always, always, always more than money. If money is the goal, there is already a problem. I need you to understand that profit is all about, funding your freedom and your impact, not the money. So if the goal is to fund your freedom and the impact you want to make, you're on the right track. But if it's just about having the money, then there is a problem already. So please, main characters know that what they do is meant to fund their impact and their freedom, not just having the money. So please put that deeply into your subconscious so that every single thing that you do, you remind yourself and you are able to make things work from that perspective. However, I want you to know that it is also not going to make any sense if you don't build your profit, because as the main character, you need to have the resources to live life on your terms. Get this right. Main characters always and should and must have resources to live life on their terms. It is very important. It is very important. So learn that building for profit is not just because you want to have the money. It is because you need to have the resources to live life on your terms. Now, note that money is about exchanging, profit is about exchanging value and being compensated for your impact. Again, profit is about exchanging value and being compensated for your impact. And compensation again is not just about money, it can be in any form. You decide what compensation is for you or will mean for you. However, just have it at the back of your mind that building for profit is all about exchanging value and being compensated for this impact that I am going to make. All right. So, again, money is a tool to fund your freedom and your impact. Money is a tool to fund your freedom and your impact. So, how do you know, learn to build for profits? The first thing is to create, do, or teach things that people will pay for. Initially, we talked about something like, have a purpose, have direction. We talked about your power, something you enjoy doing, and all of that. Please, it's not everything that you enjoy doing that people will pay for. Take that and take it right. It is not everything that you enjoy doing that people will pay for. And so you want to look at what people need and find a way to draft or to create a purpose for it. And then you sell that until you are able to now fund your passion. Please, whatever it is that you enjoy doing that you call your passion and people are not able to pay for, it's just expensive hobbies. So please, forget expensive hobby and first create the resources needed to fund and to live life on your terms. Right? Good. And so remember that your time is very valuable. Use it wisely. We all have 24 hours in a day. However, those that are able to make more out of it, it's not because of anything, it's just because they are able to. There is no two ways about it. And so you need to learn how you can make the most out of your time. So, first thing first, in building for profit, use your time wisely. Use your time wisely. Value it so much that you do not allow anything in the world mess with it. That's it. And then create, do, or teach something that people are willing to pay for. People need to pay for. People must pay for. People can pay for. And then the second thing is to learn financial, how to invest, how to earn more, how to build and manage your money. It is very important. Do not just make money for the sake of making it. Learn to make money work for you. I am currently reading a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. And I'll say to you that one of the things I learned in the book, or I have learned in the book, it shows that money is not going to do anything if you don't make it do anything for you. And if you don't start to save, it's even hard for you to find money that will do anything for you. So you want to look at it from all the possible angles. You want to look at it from all the possible angles. How exactly or what exactly do I need to start following? What exactly do I need to know about earning, about saving, about investing, and about growing my money? Financial literacy is very, very key. Financial literacy is very, very key. Don't just earn money, save, invest and grow it as much as you can. And you can find that with, knowledge from everywhere. Follow Money Africa, follow so many other people, follow Shola Adeshaki. I've forgotten her name. Smart Stewardess. Just follow that community. Follow our economy. Yes, economy by I've forgotten the name. Federal Timi or something. And so, but there are so many tools. There are so many platforms. There's so many places to learn financial literacy these days. Do not miss out on that learning tool. And then you need to leverage your brand because your reputation is very, very key and it's a tool for profit. Your reputation is a tool for profit, and your network can open doors because you are known for something valuable. So, everything that we have spoken about today is only hinged on three things, and this is a recap. One, what is the purpose, the reason, the meaning behind everything that you do? Why exactly do you exist? Why exactly do you want something to exist? It is very, very important. The second thing is your power. How do you lead and influence in that space that you are making meaning, in that space that you have given a reason? You need to lead and to influence. And finally, build for profit. And that means that you need to learn to sustain yourself, because when you can't sustain yourself, it's also very hard for you to be able to, fund your freedom or your impact. So learn to sustain yourself. It is very, very important and very, very needed. Now, I want you to remember that you were not born to play small, and that's why you are the main character of your story. That is why you are the main character of this journey. That is why you are the main character in this situation. In this life that you're living, there is a story, and the story is about you, and you are the one who will write the script for the story, and you are the one acting it currently. So act like the main character that you are. Be bold, own your decisions, own everything that has to do with your life, because there is so much more to you than you see currently. And every single time you take one more step forward toward being the main character, toward being more disciplined, toward making tough but profitable decisions, toward every single thing that you need to do to get it right, in purpose, in profit, in power, it gets easier, and you unlock new levels of the story that you have been meant to share with the world. So thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for watching this. I am very excited for the conversations that we have had today. If you have any questions, let me see it in the chat room and I'll be excited to answer them before we call this a day. So do you have any question? Let me know before we call it a day. Any question at all? Do you have any question? So if you have no questions, sure, no problem. Okay, so I have a question here that says, how do you deal with distractions as the main character? First, distractions can be dealt with by discipline. Distractions can be dealt with by discipline. Your phone is a distraction, put it on DND. My phone has been on DND since yesterday. Since yesterday, even if you are calling, I can decide to not go on WhatsApp the whole day, and I just my phone on focus mode, put my phone on DND, and so nobody can actually like reach out to me except I'm in front of the phone and I see it ringing. If I even know that I don't want to pick your call yet, because what I'm doing, I'm going to lose my train of thought because I picked that call, I might not even pick the call. So you have to understand your kind of distraction. What exactly is your kind of distraction? Is it technological? Is it just people around you? So if it's people around you, so let's say you're living in a place that there is always noise, you want to read or something, why not go to the library? Why not find a place that is always calm? Or why not probably find a time that works for you and that distraction will not be there? For instance, if your parents are always like, "Oh, you have to sleep early, you have to this, you have to that," and then you don't have the time to actually do stuff when they are at home, why not wait for when they are not? Or if it's possible to move away, then you can also do that. So distractions can be environmental, it can be, it can be technological, it can be anything at all. But you want to know your kind of distraction, and then you're going to now find the kind of discipline that will work for it. So for me, my major distraction is technological because I have so many things going on. And so for days I might not even reply to WhatsApp messages and the likes because I know that they are distractions. By the time I'm saying one thing, you're responding to me again. I am leaving everything I'm supposed to be doing and I'm not able to do it anymore. Sometimes I have people that they call me family members and then they want to speak for like, 10-15 minutes, and I'm already like, this 10-15 minutes can get me, can get other things done. So I might not even pick the call. And so when I think that I have the time to actually like entertain such long conversations, I actually like call them back, or I don't even call at all. The next time you call me, I just tell you, "Oh, I was busy at that point, and that's why I'm sorry," or "I didn't see it." So my phone is always on DND on most days. So it depends on your kind of distraction. Know your kind of distraction, and then you can now find the kind of discipline that works for it. If it's environmental, can you move away from that place? Do you have another place that you can use for the main time? So I remember that when before I got my own place, the place I no before I got my second place, the place I used to live is not so, it's not so meant to be rowdy, but my house, beside my house, is this family and they are so loud and all of that. And so it made it very hard for me to do a number of things that I want to do. So rather than actually like get angry at them and all, I actually stay at work a bit longer to get some things done before I get back home. And this is a way that you can actually look at it too. Sometimes I have to wait till the middle of the night to get some things done. This is also a way that you can look at it. So it depends on the kind of problems that you are facing, the kind of distractions that you are facing, that will determine the kind of discipline that you want to employ to curb that. So I hope I have answered your question. But if there are any other questions, please let me know. Have I answered the question? Have I answered the question? If yes, please let me know. If no, let me know. If you have any other question, let me know once more. You are always welcome. You are always welcome. Okay. If there are no other questions, I'd like to say thank you so much, everyone, for joining in today. And until the next session, which is in another fortnight, this is the Value Mass Global, and we are very excited to have had this conversation with you. My name is Balkis Temitokwe Amzat, and I'm going to see you in our next session. Okay. So when we talk about self doubt is a thing that almost everybody deals with. Everybody. And so how do you deal with it? Remind yourself that you are the main character of the story. Remind yourself that you are the man in the arena getting the work done. Remind yourself that someone's life can change just because you are doing this. You can get work done faster. The life that you desire is just very close just because you're getting these things done. So dealing with self-doubt, you can always remind yourself the benefit of what you're doing, the profit from what you're doing, the power that comes with what you're doing, the purpose of what you're doing, and the fact that if you don't do it, nobody will. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to come and hand you success. Nobody's coming to do that. Nobody's coming to hand you success. You've got to work for it. And so building your skills is actually working for it. And so if self-doubt comes up, and self-doubt, imposter syndrome and all, they do not come for people that are not doing anything. No, they come for people that are going at it every single time. And because you are there, you just want to remind yourself, I am the man in the arena. I am the one getting this thing done. I am the one showing up here. And so, yes, I know this will come. However, I am very much, ready to face it, because this is what I get from it. This is what it comes with. This is the good things that comes from doing this. So, with that, you're good to go. But always remind yourself that you are the man in the arena. And if you don't get it done, nobody's going to get it done for you. Also, nobody's coming to hand success to you. You've got to work for it. Thank you so much. Let me know if that answered your question so we can say we can take our leave. Thank you very much. I hope this answered your question. I hope this answers your question. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I am very excited to have had this session with you. And until the next time we get to have our lip series again, which is in another fortnight, I remain Balkis Samzat, and please do not forget to subscribe, to follow this account, subscribe to our page, and watch every of our sessions coming up. Thank you very much. And you can find the link to get your value list, your 219 value list in the chat room in the comment section. It's going to be pinned to the comment. And when you also get it, please remember that there are two gifts coming for you. We have the 219 value list, and also we have the free affirmation wallpapers. So these wallpapers are there for you to remind yourself, for you to overcome any of these things, for you to stay disciplined and see that whatever it is that you're doing, it's worth the stress, whatever it is that you're going through right now, and you're going to break even and break into profit. So thank you so much, and I am going to catch you in our next live session. Bye.